My name is TJ Harris, and for the past 20 years of my life, I've been hosting events all over the country. Tattoos have always been counterculture, a sign of rebellion that has rarely been seen on the runway. The fashion of flesh turns the fashion industry on its head by modeling one-of-a-kind tattoos in a one-of-a-kind event. On October 2nd, 2019, almost 30 local models displayed the ink that makes them unique in an open gallery viewing, before taking the stage for the first time as runway showpieces, adorned by the fashion stylings of some of Pittsburgh's hottest designers.
Do it.
What's up? My name's Annika Ignazi, and I run Oh Baby. I'm 22 years old. I've been in business for 2 years, and I started by painting on a shirt, actually my dad's old shirt. I had reached out to a bunch of people because I dropped out of college actually, and I didn't really know anybody in Pittsburgh that was an artist or even in that field. So I researched a little and found this gentleman named James Houck, and we met for coffee. And I just wanted to get some advice or I don't know, any feedback on my first hand-painted item. And coincidentally, he was making a fashion show, creating a fashion show that was to go on a month later, and he liked my shirt and asked me to be a part of the fashion show. At that point, I didn't even know what to do because I was just kind of doing it for fun, and he asked me to do 8 separate looks, top to bottom, and so I did that, and it was really cool because the first fashion show I was ever in was on January 20th, which is actually my birthday, and I turned 20 years old. So it's kind of a good sign, and ever since then I haven't really looked back. So the Fashion of the Flesh fashion show was actually the first time I had dressed an entire cast of tattooed awesome people, and I just know that if you're wearing art on your body, you're probably likely you'll like this crazy funky stuff. So I went really bold. I did big baggy t-shirts that were actually sort of like dresses with a bunch of sequins on the back. There was a fur trim, and I airbrushed everything into my faces, and I used dark black outlines. And I just went really funky and crazy because I figured they were rock it, and they did. It was awesome. Oh, and I did some see-through pants too that were pretty fun. And it showed all her tattoos on her legs, so that was really cool.
Martin Hildebrandt set up a permanent tattoo shop in New York City in 1846 and began a tradition of tattooing sailors and military servicemen from both sides of the Civil War. This trend mirrored the cultural beliefs that inspired Polynesian tattoos to show loyalty and devotion.
We did Fashion of Flesh last year,
Right.
but there's not going to be any events for Fashion Week this year.
Right.
So one of the things that they decided to do was they're doing a film festival. And I was like, I can make a fucking film.
When you preach about it, everyone that's up, got a belt of bullet. You don't have no gun, just a buck for fashion. Got no thoughts of your own, just a buck for fashion. Got no thoughts of your own.
It's more than aesthetic. It's something that you got to talk to the client and figure out. They might not even know, but you sort of push them towards figuring out what their style is. You can tell a lot by what they're wearing all the time, obviously. So you can sort of play off that, and obviously he's into darker related imagery, music, all the good stuff. So
and use me as an example for a candy addiction. You can use me as an example for a candy addiction.
Hi, I'm Gracie Schwartz, and I run Hip at the Flashlight Factory. We were the venue for last year's Fashion of the Flash fashion show. So how the whole idea came to be is that my brother actually started a tattoo shop in our building and named Brick and Mortar. And we were just trying to come up with different ideas of how to get their name out there, how to get things started. So TJ and I sat down one day, just started, spitballing ideas at each other, and we came up with the Fashion of the Flesh because this is our art. This is what we wear every single day of our lives. So to be able to truly showcase that and show other people's artwork was very cool to us. We wanted to be very inclusive with body positivity and people of color and stuff like that, because, you know, we're all tired of seeing the exact same thing being represented. They don't represent us, or people that look like us. So I think when TJ and I finally sat down and talked about it, the idea came together in hours. I was actually blown away by how fast TJ had taken a little tiny conversation that we had and made it a whole-blown event within hours of it. He was already on the board of everything, and it just sort of started rolling from there. So him and I both started reaching out to different people that we knew to talk to get involved. His friend Annika, who does Ooh Baby, is so talented, and she's opening her own shop in Millvale, I heard. Suze Bizzano is just a legend. We are not worthy to be in her presence. She's absolutely incredible.
You have to say 3, 2, 1.
All right, ready?
Hi, I'm Suze Bizzano. I'm a costume designer and designer. I predominantly work with dancers, so choreography inspires me and just the art of movement. I love flowy, I love fabric, and I grew up in a bridal industry, so I also love really fancy, fussy fabrics.
Today, tattooing is recognized as a legitimate art form that attracts people of all walks of life and both sexes. Each individual has his or her own reason for getting a tattoo: to mark themselves as a member of a group, to honor loved ones, to express an image of themselves to others, or in our case, to represent their own unique fashion stylings for the people and city that surrounds them.
Really, give it up for TJ, please.
Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna let Samurai Velvet take over. Please hang tight. The bar's back up, and you guys are welcome to stay and drink.
The bar is open. Come get me a drink. Bye.
That's right.
When you preach about it, everyone that's up, got a belt of bullet. You don't have no gun, just a boom fashion. Got no thoughts of your own, just a boom fashion. Got no thoughts of your own. Such an anarchist, that's your all-day protest. Nothing can ever change when you just like the rest. Just a boom fashion. Got no thoughts of your own. Just a boom fashion. Got no thoughts of your own. Take the policeman that you won't conform, but you're just like him. Wear a uniform, just a boom fashion. Got no thoughts of your own. Just a boom fashion. Got no thoughts of your own. Ah, you're a fashion punk, 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 fashion punk.